Hey guys, Latoya here with She Talks, and I am super, super excited about this interview. I had the pleasure of meeting this gentleman that's sitting next to me a short while ago, but ever since I met him, the vibes, we just connected. We met through a mutual friend, Mr. Demoreay White. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good,
So
good,
how you
good.
feel today? Like, you have a new book out. You're like, since I met you, right, you've just been on this grind. And then in a matter of 6 months, you become an author. How do that feel?
It's surreal because I never thought that I was writing it for a year. So I never thought that I would get this response because I've always wanted to help people. So it's a good thing to see that I have work like that's going to be around forever. That's a good thing. It's a good feeling.
So tell me, what's the name of your book and what is it about?
It's called What Happened to Me Was Necessary. 20 years ago, my mom passed from breast cancer. I grew up, experiencing, different emotions. At this point, I came to a conclusion that I was experiencing different emotions. And I wrote a book because I saw online that people can relate. People were posting what I was going through, what I had been through. So I just wrote the book. And
How old were you when your mom passed away?
I was 11.
And do you think you went through that emotion that you were going through? Would you describe it as maybe depression?
It was. It was definitely depression. It led to me being just insecure. And it really didn't start happening until I started dating. And then that's when a different flood of emotions came out, went to therapy. And yeah, it was like surreal.
Well, that's you hit on something. You said you went to therapy,
Yeah.
and I know that's something when people go through a tragedy or dealing or grieving, it's the stigma that's associated with, therapists.
Definitely.
Did you find that therapy helped you?
I believe that therapy definitely helps. It definitely helped me, and I started to realize, like, when I went to the therapist and the guy was like, basically I was telling him my story, and he heard it, and he was like, "You still haven't finished grieving." And I could have literally, I sat there and cried and bawled, like, it was bawling because I was like, I got to a point I was like, "You are right. Like, I'm literally not over this." So he encouraged me to write, and I've been writing before that, but he encouraged me to focus more on this. So I started writing, and I really feel like I'm getting to a point to where I can help somebody heal from this. Like,
Oh, totally. I mean, just your energy has always been phenomenal. You've just always had amazing energy. So tell me what it was like as a young boy, 11 years old, you get the news that your mom is gone.
Okay.
Walk me through that. Like, what was going on in your head? Where
Yeah.
were you at?
Yeah. Well, in the third chapter, I did detail it out. She passed.
Can't spoil it.
She passed. I will say that she passed a day before her birthday. And basically, as a child, growing up and seeing her sick like that, she didn't share a lot with me. Like, she just was like, okay, I just saw her hair falling out. One day I saw breasts, like the plastic breasts on the table, and I'm sitting up here not knowing what it is. I'm sitting up here touching it and stuff like
So
that.
she never told you she had breast cancer?
No, but I just knew she was sick, and I could see it. When she started, like, losing her hair and stuff like that, I could see it. And then she basically got to a point to where I also found out that she died when she was 32. I found out she knew she had breast cancer at 28. So she knew that at one point when she turned 28, she knew that all of it went to her bones. So she knew that it was going to shut her down after that. So she just tried to really teach us everything. And she just was like, do this, do that, teach you this, teach you that, look at this, look, like she was trying to, like, really do everything. And to this day, some of the stuff that she taught me is still sticking with me to this day. So
That's
she did her
awesome.
thing.
She really sounds like a phenomenal woman, and I'm just so sorry you had to experience that at such a young age. But let's get to the title of this book.
Right.
What happened to me was necessary. Why do you feel it was necessary? I mean, someone reading that, like, I can't imagine losing my parents, and
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
32.
And that's why I wrote it. Mhm.
But you're saying what happened to me was necessary. Why do you say that?
Because and I'm really still living in. I'm still really living in the part of what happened to me was necessary, because I'm coming to a terms that all the guilt, all the bad stuff, all of that really, was hindering me from just really being happy. So I just got to a point to where it was like, okay, this was necessary for it to happen, because after my mother had passed, after she had her seizures, like in chapter 3, I detailed out how she had seizures, what was really going on the day that she went to the hospital up until the day she passed. I detailed it out. So after she had the seizures and stuff like that, I was just like, like God really did this, purposely, because if she would have lived today, if she would be living right now, she would be paralyzed and basically a lemon, and she wouldn't be able to move, do nothing for herself. And we were young, so I don't believe God wanted that He didn't want that on us. He wasn't going to put that on us. So I feel I'm at the point to where now it's just like what really happened to me was necessary, because I wouldn't want to see my mother struggling or suffering.
And it made you the man that you are today.
Yeah, like it really has made me a great person. I know she would be happy. Everybody tell me how proud they are, and looking at other people, like everybody that knew my mother and see me and my siblings, they say, she prayed something before she passed, because this right here, y'all are doing good. Y'all are doing really good. So I'm really excited about it. Like
I'm excited
too.
too.
Help somebody with this, because I'm at a good point. Let me really help somebody with this.
Yeah, because you have so many people that's grieving right now, and dealing with the pressures of social media. They don't know how to properly deal with those feelings and emotions. And so I'm glad that you brought up therapy. I'm glad you brought up those things, and that help you, so we can eliminate that stigma. Tell the people where they can find you at on social media and how they can get a copy of this amazing book. I cannot wait to get my copy. Like, seriously, it's such an easy read.
Right.
Why did you decide to go with, paperback and such a short, it's real short and detailed?
Yeah. It's 40 pages, I will say that, because people not reading nowadays. Like, some people have told me, I'm going to support you, but I don't read, but I'm going to support you. And after they read it, I get their reviews, and they like, I'm glad you made this book short. I'm glad you made this book $10. And I wanted to really make it short so that I wasn't, drawing nothing out. Like, I did my research, I did some investigating, been writing this for a year and a half, so I did my investigations, and I just didn't want to make it drawn out. I just wanted to get to the point, hit some stuff, let somebody know that I witnessed this firsthand, and how, and really show somebody that they have resilience inside of them to be able to overcome this.
Totally. You are just like a breath of fresh air. Truly honored to do this interview with you, to promote your book. Tell the people where they could purchase this book.
On Amazon. It's on Amazon.com. You can also hit me up on Instagram. I am Demoreay. You can also hit me up on Facebook, Demoreay White. And I'll get you a copy. Even if you don't order it off Amazon, I'll definitely get you a copy. I'll even sign it, personalize it, and I will send it to you. Just hit me up.
We have the book signing coming up really soon, so stay tuned for that, guys.
Yes.
I will be the host. Don't. We're definitely going to be in the mix and support this man, because you are truly the definition of SheThoro. Like, you are so thorough, and you've just been so phenomenal ever since I met you. Your vibes and energy, it's all about them vibes.
Okay.
So, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for sharing a part of, something that's really personal and dear. Your beautiful mom, to the world. Like, it's time. 2019.
Let's go. We got to get it. Let's go.
Well, guys, make sure you grab a copy on Amazon. Stay tuned. We got more to come. Phenomenal guy.